So the day before yesterday, they were running water pipe down my street on First Avenue. When they were running the, I guess, 4-inch water pipe, they discovered that a gas line was ran right through the main lateral of the sewer system. So the main lateral of the sewer system was connected to 4 houses. And when they ran the service, the mold went straight through the terracotta sewer system, and a lot of the homeowners were concerned because they realized that I retired from the gas company. Did I really want to see something like that when I retired? No. So I called dispatching at the gas company to come have a crew come out and assess the situation. To my disappointment, and on my job before I retired, I tried to be professional. My first step, what I would have did, is shut the meter off. Second step, what I would have did is got my GMI. A GMI, if everybody out there don't understand what a GMI is, a GMI is a natural gas detector, so that I can see what type of percentages what were I getting at the house. Was it going to be a 1 leak, 2 leak, 3 leak, or B, C, A, B, C leak? Okay, a 1 leak is considered a threat to life and property. The two guys that came never pulled their GMI out. They never went to any of the houses and put a borehole down or check for percentages. I said, okay. Now, when I worked at the gas company, you have your foreman and you have your mechanic. As I was addressing the foreman, the mechanic was giving me some jitters, and I was like, shouldn't you be in the hole digging out, to check out the drain and seeing what's wrong down there, or go clean some wrenches? So at that point, the mechanic turns around and said, you know what? I could look your name up and see if you didn't pay your bill and have your gas turned off. I'm like, what? I said, you threatening me right in front of a customer. Now, we don't do those things in front of customers when we worked at the gas company. So I was feeling some kind of way. And so, hey, I'm a paying customer now. I'm going to make sure that mother's going to get reprimanded. So before I did that, I pulled this foreman to the side, put your mechanic in check. The foreman looks at me and starts going off. Oh man, you used to work with it. It's not about me. You used to have to working with him. It's about my house being safe and about the other people's homes being safe. He looked at me and told, "Oh, you're ignorant," and walked away. Now, was that professionalism? He did that right in front of customers. So, working on a job when you're working around a lot of guys, I guess after 30 years, you build up animosity towards one another. But when I retired, I left all that behind, and now I'm on the other side, and I'm a customer, and I want to be treated like a customer. And so, the action that man took towards me was very unprofessional. I took pictures of the terracotta sewer system so that when I go down to the city, they can see that piece needs to be replaced because they're running a brand new one down Heck. So if they're going to be running a brand new sewer system down Heck, they can tie the other terracotta piece and get rid of the terracotta and just run new sewer system straight down, because we don't know, somebody ran another service through another part of the terracotta since we found one already. just to make sure everything is safe. And the reason why we don't want a gas service going through a sewer system, because if that gas starts blowing, my neighbors get ready to call Roto-Rooter. The gas services are made out of plastic. So if that Roto-Rooter would hit that plastic, gas would have been blowing all through the sewer system, and it would have blew into our houses, coming through the toilets, anywhere that the water goes back into the sewer system, the sinks. So it was in the main lateral for the sewer system, and I wanted it taken care of immediately. I wanted, is there a fitting in there that's leaking? You know, we are trained to do our job. So I recognize the job that I was trained to do, but I did not recognize the two men that were not doing their job. They were not doing their job. And it just seemed a shame, you know what I mean, that, we're trained, to make sure that our customers are safe and feel confident, and that I had to calm down my neighbors when I'm retired and I'm not getting paid. So that was what happened to me when I discovered the gas service going through this terracotta sewer line. Now, if I wasn't there, the contractors probably would have covered it back up, you know, and it kept it moving. Well, when I discovered that I was busted through there, I said, "Oh, whoa, you got to stop this. I got to get the gas company up here, because that got to come out of that sewer system." I'm feeling good about my actions. I just can't believe that those two men are going to feel good about their actions. They're getting paid good money to do a good job and to make the community safe. And like I said, professionally, they should have went to the houses and put boreholes down. They should have went out to the street, drilled a hole, put the GMI down there to see where they get percentages, to see if any gas was coming from anywhere. I don't care if it's a plastic main. You could have a loose cap on the plastic main, and gas can still be following the least resistance and can go into your home. And we don't want people getting hurt. So maybe those two men need to be retrained, or be rerouted to a different position if they can't handle the work out here, the workload to make people safe. So I just got a little deterred of, of their professionalism and how terrible it was. You know what I mean? It's like if you go to a business and they want to give you a survey, what did you think about your employees? I will have to give them a 0. I have to give them a big fat 0. And that was my problem when I worked at the gas company. People were getting promoted to do jobs that couldn't do the job. Yeah, they was able to pass the test or something like that, but they weren't able or capable or just too lazy to get up and do the job. So my neighbors feel comfortable now, but they're a little upset. And I told them, I said, well, you know what? We can do a group letter, send it to the gas company of the events that happened on that job. But it was terrible. And you know what? If they didn't know how to do the job, I was there to tell them, hey, you need to get down there into that hole, see if there is a fitting, which we call as a permissor. Make sure that permissor, that fitting is not leaking inside that sewer system. Okay, get your GMI, go up to all the houses, put some boreholes down, make sure that there's no gas following the least resistance. Cut off the meters. Cut the meters off. Go out to the T where the surface is going through the sewer system. Just put a drill hole down. Put your natural gas detector down in there and see if anything is leaking. See if you're picking up any type of readings. to make sure that everybody's safe. Simple. Well, not simple for you, community. It's this part of my training. It's part of something that I was trained to do. And when I see somebody coming on my block, where my house that's going to be affected, I'm going to make sure that they're going to do the right job the right way. Now, they're probably trying to twist their virgin around, but the community was standing out there watching them, the whole thing. So when you call in a gas leak, they're there to work to make sure that you're safe. You're the customer. Nobody should give you any flack or come at you because you're asking questions. You're the customer. You're paying your utility bill so that those employees can be paid. And you should not be receiving lip from anybody, because you know what? I was always taught that the customer is always right. And some point, some customers may not be right, but at some point, some customers are right. You know, when it's concerned about their safety, and they're putting their safety in the hands of the people that are working in front of the house and working on the equipment. Hey, this is Calvin, just sounding off. I'm glad I was able to get the gas company out to get that service out, and the contractors got it out from the terracotta sewer, and straightened the situation out. But you know, me being a professional and being trained for 31 years how to do my job, seeing uh, people there that know better and know what they should be doing, not doing it, and they get mad when they're being called on it. You know what I mean? You know, um, you know. I guess my presence when I worked at the gas company with them, they were very intimidated of me or whatever. But don't come back because I'm not working there, and then try to be like, now you think you got the upper hand on me. Do your job. Do your job. I'm the customer. You're the employee now. Calvin Anderson, just sounding off a little bit, and the situation has been remedied. The service is not in the gas sewer drain, and my neighbors are very happy. Have a great day.